Martin Fry has always had a love for the ocean, but he never dreamed it would have taken him here, sailing all 7 seas. But Martin's 11-year journey didn't start on a sailboat. Believe it or not, it began on an African safari.
We were on safari and we decided we'd include Kilimanjaro in our itinerary.
Martin caught the climbing bug and 4 years later successfully scaled Alaska's Denali.
On Denali, we were stuck in a storm for 6 days at 17,000 feet. We couldn't go up, we couldn't go down. It was a complete whiteout. And it was there that my friend Steve Gasser, who was my climbing partner and really good friend, brought up the idea of 7 summits. Why couldn't we do this?
But Steve never made it. He passed away shortly after this photo was taken.
And all of a sudden, the idea sort of said, I'm going to finish climbing for Steve, and that's really how I pursued that dream. And I took his photo to every summit after that and had a little reflective moment with Steve as my climbing partner on each of the peaks.
Martin completed his mission of climbing the highest peaks on each continent when he made it to the top of Antarctica's Mount Vinson in 2012. 2 months later, he decided to tackle the 7 seas.
So we got the 7 summits done. Then it was like, how could I find something that still met my need for adventure, and yet I could bring the family along?
So they chose sailing. The Frys bought their sailing yacht Amara and sailed halfway around the world, across 4 of the 7 seas together.
I think it had been 11 days since we'd seen a boat by then.
They spent 9 months together in the South Pacific, then continued through Indonesia, over to Africa, then Brazil, and back up to the Caribbean.
So then the idea, well, if you've done that much, you might as well sail the 5 oceans of the world.
So Martin joined the Bank Europa and the Aventura 3 expeditions to cross the southern and Arctic oceans, and then the Clipper round-the-world yacht race to sail across the North Pacific. The race started in China and some 5,700 miles later finished in Seattle on April 17th.
In Seattle, yeah!
11 years, 7 peaks, 7 seas, and a lifetime of stories.
Anyone can do this. You just have to sign on and be willing to take on a great adventure and have a great attitude, and your dream of crossing an ocean will come true.